Hello everybody, welcome back for another episode here on the Darwin's Room channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate your support as always. Today we're going to be talking about one of my most anticipated films of the year. 28 years later. This brings us the sequel, long-awaited sequel to 28 Days Later and the mostly forgotten 28 Weeks Later. This is once again directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland. This stars Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, Alfie Williams, and Ralph Fiennes. Now, this movie is great. This is a good movie and a solid sequel. However, for me personally, it didn't quite live up to the first film. I like the second movie more than most, and I would say this is better than the second film, but for me, it didn't quite meet the level of the first one. Just didn't do it for me. But I still really enjoyed this installment, and I think that they do a great job building upon new characters, building upon the story, building upon this world as a whole, and it does a solid job. It's very character driven and intentionally focused. However, in terms of issues with it, I don't have many, but the ones that I have did feel heavy. Aaron Taylor Johnson, he is fantastic in this movie. I love him as an actor and he does a great job here, but I thought that in comparison to the rest of the characters in the film that feel much more well written, like Alfie Williams, Ralph Fiennes, Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson's character felt more bland and generic. The way that his character is written, the dynamics that he brings to the table, it feels like I've seen this before. And I was hoping for something a little bit more original. Like Cillian Murphy in the first film, he brings such a solid dynamic to the story with how his character is written, the dynamics of his character, and so I was hoping for at least some of that same originality to be given to Aaron Taylor Johnson's character. But something to be aware of is that this movie plays more as a slow burn. I really appreciated it because I think it helped the film to develop on these new characters and to develop on the world. They do some great world building. The visuals are fantastic. They really make great use of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the capabilities of it, paired with some fancy lenses and the ability to use several iPhones, because they created this rig with iPhones all around it to create some of the shots. And it's fantastic. They did an incredible job. The cinematography is excellent. The action sequences are tense and very engaging. The rage virus has evolved in the infected. There's one called an alpha, and let me just say, they are terrifying. They have this commanding presence and a bit of an omnipresence in the way of even when the alpha isn't on screen, you're always concerned that there might be one lurking around. So they do a solid job of building the atmosphere and tailoring the atmosphere to how the infected have evolved. So it really raises the stakes for our lead characters, which I really appreciated. Also, the characters feel expendable. Just like in the first two films, no character is safe. You might think they are, but they don't feel safe, which I've always appreciated because it makes you just that much more invested in the film and in the experience, because you don't know who's gonna live, who's not gonna live. You can't predict it. They do a good job of maintaining that same disturbing realism. Jodie Comer in particular, her character is my favorite part of this movie. She is fantastic. Her performance, for one, is incredible. The way that she just disappears into this role is astonishing. I was taken away by her performance. She is awesome. Her character is very symbolic of real life situations. And that's all I'll say without spoiling anything, but you will notice a parallel that fits very nicely into this fictional story. And the dynamic between Jodie Comer's character and Alfie Williams, there's a really nice mother-son dynamic there, and it elevates the stakes and it elevates the quality of the story and of the film. In terms of issues, like I mentioned, Aaron Taylor Johnson, I felt like his character was done a disservice in the way that it was written, because it just feels generic and like something you've seen before. So I was hoping for more originality in that. And then the ending. Oh my gosh. The ending is, in my opinion, and maybe a lot of other people like it, I hated the ending. I thought it was really bad. It felt like they snatched a scene from a parody, and put it in the end of this otherwise serious and thoughtful survival film. It made no sense. I don't understand the thought process behind why they did it this way. I understand the characters that are introduced at the end of the film, but the way that it happens is just corny and it's cringy. And I get they were trying to do something different, but for me personally, it didn't work. It did not work one bit. So that did hinder a lot of the quality of this film for me. And, you know, there is a plot hole related to Jodie Comer's character. There's one particular situation where once you see the movie, you'll know, like, oh, they didn't circle back to that. But other than that, you know, it's a great movie. Those are my only issues with this film. It's a solid movie. I really enjoyed it, but it just doesn't quite live up to the first one for me. So I would give 28 Years Later 3.5 out of 5 stars. This is a great sequel. While not perfect, it's a great way to revive the story and bring us back into this world and expand upon it. So I'm really looking forward to the sequels of this. It stands on its own really well. So I recommend it. Definitely get out to the theaters and check it out as soon as you can. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, for tuning in, whether it's the morning, the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of you. God bless you guys. Take care.